Hey everyone, I just want to let you know before we get started that um, I'm not an expert on YouTube videos or any of this technology. So if it's poor quality, then uh, I apologize ahead of time. But we'll do the best we can with it. Um, and the other thing I want to say is that the only the only reason I play this game is because I enjoy the people that I play with. Um, I've already been in guilds where, you know, we've taken bases, we've taken forts, um, big rallies on T4 players. I've already done all that. So really, the only reason I still play is to help you guys out, and and because I enjoy playing with you all. And I hope that's why everybody else plays too. I really do. Um, I know that um, there's a lot of players that don't, that just care about, what they can get out of the game and not really what they can give back to the game. So I just wanted to kind of start off with that, fundamental philosophy of why I play the game and how I think everybody should play the game. So let's go ahead and get started and log in. Okay. A lot of people ask me about how to decide, what darknest to do. So I want to take us through that process of how to choose a darknest, and then how to get set up correctly to do that darknest. So let's go ahead and find a darknest 4 if we can. Alright, here's one here. Let's scout it. Let's go ahead and scout a couple, just, so I can show you. Of course, when you're looking for one, there's never one available. Here's one. So hopefully we scouted 3, so hopefully one of these will be one that we can go ahead and do. So this is an E13, and it has 3 types. So when you see a darkness like this, usually you want to try to do another one, because you have to get all these ratios right with the troop types. So it's a little more complex whenever you see 3 types. So typically just go ahead and just skip that, unless that's the only darkness within 200 miles, and that's your only option. But I'll do another video on how to formulate a strategy for a Darknest with 3 types, or even a real rally with 3 types, because those are the most difficult ones to plan for. So for this video, we're just going to do we're going to do a simpler one. So this one has 3 types as well. And so does that one. So let's keep searching. Let's go farther out. See, this is the time it takes if you want to be a rally leader. It takes a lot of time, preparation, finding the right targets. So everybody who wants to be a rally leader, it's not all just excitement. There's a lot of preparation that has to be done if you're going to do it right. You know, some people just go balls to the wall, and you know, just go into things, and then they get zeroed. But that's not really what we're trying to do. We're trying to be more strategic in what we're doing. Okay, finally. Okay, so this one has sniper and cavalry. So whenever you see a Darknest or a target that just has sniper or cavalry, you know that you just want to send snipers, because snipers are the counter to cavalry, and they're null against the snipers. So that means they tie against the snipers, but then they beat the cavalry. So that's really the optimum way to attack this type of 2-type target. So since we're going to be sending snipers, let's go ahead and click rally attack. Let's click 10 minutes. And since we're sending snipers, we want to send our range heroes. But before we do that, let me show you something else real quick. That's not what I'm looking for. Actually, let me show you that. Let me show you that another time. Let's just go ahead and run this, because I only have 15 minutes to run these videos. So let's go ahead and okay, since we're going to be sending snipers, we want to send our range heroes, obviously. So what we want to do is tracker is range, Snow Queen, and then your Rose Knight and your Bomb and Goblin are army attack heroes. Now let me show you. So when I click on that, see it says army attack, it says plus 20%. That means that it's going to give our range units 20% attack. Okay, so no matter what troop type you send, you could always send Rose Knight and Bomb and Goblin to your rally. So that makes it pretty simple. So then you only need 3 other gold heroes for each type after you get your Rose Knight and Bob and Goblin to gold. So pretty simply, we're just going to send Tracker and then Snow Queen. And then the truth about the game is that you only need to send 4 heroes of a certain type because there's 4 squads. And I'll show that in another video, but if you send 5 of the same type, you can do that. I mean, it's not really going to significantly change anything for this Darknest, but when you're running a real rally, just be aware that only 4 of the same type is going to work. But since we're sending a cavalry one here anyway, we can send another range. So I'll just go ahead and send. I'll go ahead and send this. So here's our stats here. So we're looking pretty decent with the range attack. Is really all we're looking for. So let's hit confirm. And since we're probably not going to fill the rally up, I'm just going to send a little bit of siege with it so we can get the wall down a little quicker. If you fill the rally up, if you're pretty sure you're going to fill up, you don't need to send any siege because 2 million troops is going to take the wall down fairly easily. But since we're probably only going to get about 1 million troops, maybe 1.2 million is what we've been doing, I'm going to go ahead and send a little bit of siege. And my snipers kind of got taken out. The last KVK, I lost I lost like 200k snipers, so I'm rebuilding that. So then we're all set to go, and just let me show you the gear. So what we want is we want range gear. So you always want to coordinate your gear with your troop type. So go ahead and set up my range gear. So here my Skull Crusher's 10% range attack and then 6% army attack. So essentially that's 17% range attack. So let's put that on. Then let's put on this champ. So this has got another 15% range attack. And let's put this on. It's got another 14% range attack. Range attack 20%. So range attack 21%. And then original cup 15% more. And then the blight ring 12%. And then another blight ring. And then quickly I'll have to restart another video because I only have 15 minutes excuse me, per video. So then the next video we'll talk about the report of the Darknest and a few other things. So this will be part 1, and then there'll be part 2 coming up shortly.